All right, class, we are back again. Good morning. We're going to do more on quadratic equations today. That's willing, so you pay attention. We're going to solve more and more problems. Okay, let's take the first problem. Let's say solve the following. Solve the following. Solve the following. A, we have x squared minus 7x minus 30 is equal to 0. B, let's say 2x squared minus 5x minus 7 is equal to 0. We have x, that's C now, C, x squared minus 3x minus 10 is 0. Then, okay, let's stop here. Let's deal with this 3 first. Solution. Okay, I take the first question, A. In this first question, the first idea is to find the product that is necessary to deal with. The first product here is, we can see, is, let me write the equation first, actually. Minus 7x minus 30 is equal to 0, like this. So all I need to do is to ensure that the quadratic equation is in the proper form, which is in descending power of x. So x squared, x, no x. Okay, so this is the proper way of writing it. So my product now is going to be the coefficient of the first term and then the constant term. So product I'm dealing with is going to be equal to 1 times, mind you, this is minus 30, not just 30, times minus 30, which is equal to minus 30. This is equal to minus 30, sorry. Let me write it well, minus 30. This is equal to minus 30, okay? Sorry. Okay, so the product is minus 30, and the sum I'm dealing with, I go to the middle term, which is minus 7x. So its coefficient, the coefficient of x here is minus 7. So my sum is minus 7. The sum I deal with is minus 7. The next thing is to get my possibilities. My possibilities are drawn from the product, okay? The product is minus 30. So I'll get my possibilities now. Okay, I start with the first term. The first number is 1. I'll use 1 first. All the factors of 30 will be used here. So I'll have 1 and what will give me minus 30? 1 and minus 30. I can switch again to give me minus 1 and 30. Both will give me minus 30. So 2 is a factor of 30. I will use it. 2 and minus 15 will give me minus 30, or minus 2 and 15. I go again. 3 is a factor of 30. So I have 3 and minus 10, or minus 3 and 10. Next, can 4 go in 30? No. What about 5? Yes. 5 and minus 6, or minus 5 and 6. Okay. What about 7? No. 8? No. 9? 10. I've used 10 already. I will not use it again. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 can be used again, but I've used it already. And so on up to 30. Okay, I'm not going to use any other number till I get to 30, and then 30 is used already. So that's all I can get here. So that means that I've exhausted all the factors. So I will look out for the combination that will give me a sum of minus 7. See that? So what's that? If I add this and this, I will not get minus 7. Add this and this is not minus 7. So I take this out, I take this out. This and this will not give me minus 7. Take it out. This and this is not minus 7. Take it out. This and this. 3 plus minus 10 is minus 7. So this is minus 7. This is the correct thing. If I add this and this, it is plus 7. I don't need it. So you see that? So all these ones do not satisfy the condition. So this is the proper one. So that means that my factors, or the numbers to use here, are 3x and minus 10x. That's it. As simple as that. So I will replace the middle term by 3x minus 10x. So that means that x squared minus 7x minus 30 equal to 0 would produce x squared plus 3x minus 10x minus 30 is equal to 0. See that? Okay, that's it. The next thing is to factor out x from here. X is the HCF. I take it out. X in x plus 3. Then I take minus 10 out. And remember, once there is negative here, the sign here is going to change, okay? Because you are factoring out negative actually. So you're going to have minus 10 in brackets. So you have x plus, because 10 will go in 30, how many times? 3. Equal to 0. At this point, I have two similar factors here, so I can factor them out. So I can first of all write x minus 10, then one of this, x plus 3 is equal to 0. By our principle now, we are going to say either x minus 10 is equal to 0 or x plus 3 is equal to 0. So that means that x here is equal to 10 or x is equal to minus 3. That's it. I've solved this. Okay, let's go to the next one. The next one is B, right? We have 2x squared minus 5x minus 7 is equal to 0. In dealing with this, the first thing I get is my product. The product I deal with is 2 and this. I'll multiply them. 2 and minus 7. 2 times minus 7. This would give me minus 14. Okay? And the sum I am dealing with is minus 5. That's it. The sum I'm dealing with is minus 5. So the possibilities are drawn from the product, right? So I go to the product, which is minus 14. So I get my possibilities from the product. Okay? So my possibilities, I start with 1. 1 and what will give me minus 14 and minus 14. See? Next, 2 can go in 14. Okay, I can switch the signs, minus 1 and 14. See that? So I can take again, 2 can go in 14. So I use 2 and minus 7 or minus 2 and 7. What again? These are all the factors if you look at it. 3 cannot go, 4, 5, 6, 7 can go. I've used 7 already and so on. So these are all the factors. So I can now combine them and see which one will produce minus 5. This will certainly not produce minus 5. This will not. This will produce minus 5. So I take this. So I put an x here because the quadratic equation is in x. I have it. So this is the correct one. 2x minus 7x will produce minus 5x as required here. Can you see? So that's it. The next thing is to replace it with this. Replace this with this, okay? With these new factors. So that means I have, if I write my equation again, I have 2x squared minus 5x minus 7 is equal to 0. So I will replace this by these new factors, right? So I'll have 2x squared plus 2x minus 7x minus 7 is equal to 0. Okay, so we have to factor out 2x here because 2x is the HCF. 2x. 2x and 2x squared is just x. Plus 2x and 2x is 1. Remember again there is a negative here, so the sign here is going to change. I'm going to pull out 7. Minus 7x plus 1 because 7 goes in 7 one time is equal to 0. So we have 2x minus 7 bracket x plus 1 is equal to 0. So this is what we have. So this implies that either 2x minus 7 is 0 or x plus 1 is 0. And so we have 2x is equal to 7 or x is equal to minus 1. So you know why it is minus 1 and you know why this has changed to plus 7. So now we divide through by 2 here, so x is going to be equal to 7 over 2, or x is equal to minus 1. So that's it. These are our answers. The two values of x that can satisfy the quadratic equation. Okay, the next one, the last one. The last one is x squared minus 3x minus 10. The last one, x squared minus 3x minus 10 is equal to 0. Okay, so we have it. It's now clearer. X squared minus 3x minus 10 is equal to 0. What do we do? The product I deal with here is 1 times minus 10, which will give me minus 10. And then the sum I deal with here is minus 3. So I now go to the product to derive my possibilities. So my possibilities are drawn from the product, right? So we have product is minus 10. The factors of 10 are 1, 2, 5, and 10. So I will use them. I will start with 1. 1 and minus 10 will produce minus 10. So I will switch it again. Minus 1 and 10. Again, 2 and minus 5, or minus 2 and 5. So clearly here our sum is what? Minus 3. Which one gives us minus 3? Obviously it is this one. 2 minus 5 is minus 3. So I will use this to replace this. Okay, so I have the factors we're dealing with are 2x and minus 5x. So I can now write it. X squared minus 3x minus 10 is equal to 0. And so x squared minus or plus 2x minus 5x minus 10 is equal to 0. So we have to factor out x here. X bracket x plus 2 minus 5 bracket x plus 2, because 5 goes in 10 2 times, is equal to 0. So we have x minus 5, this and this, bracket x plus 2 is equal to 0. So either x minus 5 is equal to 0 or x plus 2 is equal to 0. So we have x is equal to 5 or x is equal to minus 2. Simple. Okay, we stop here for now. We'll check the next video. Thank you.